Hello and welcome again to the Taliotic show. There are a couple of things that I have to explain today. First of all, is the name change. Uh, from now on, is going to be called Taliotic Show, not anymore Talking Taliotic, because I don't want to give this channel or brand like a podcast name. I want it to be a little bit wider than that. And in order to do that, because I want to do other things, like I know I will not always have a guest to do interviews. I will not always have a podcast, and I will maybe enjoy to do other things. So that's why I changed the name. Still, we're going to continue with interviews as much as we can, but name is changed. So second thing is that this video wasn't planned. I'm actually recording today, like Friday, and normally don't do that. The thing is that we had a guest, we had an interview. It wasn't special, but we had some technical problems, so I'm not going to be able to post it. We have to repeat it. It has just been a mess. So since I have to post something, and there are a couple of things that I would like to talk, I think that is the best idea to do. These last couple of weeks, I've been talking with people about a couple of things I experienced, and that we all agree that it's not only me, but we have seen this quite a lot. So I decided to talk a little bit about that, and I know it's a little bit controversial, so there will be people against it or people who disagree with me, and I don't want to talk anything about the situation we are going right now and anything about either vaccines or COVID or medical or things. I actually want to go a little bit deeper and back in time about these things. There's two main points for me. One is kids and the other one is feminism, and I think that second one I will get a lot of people not liking this, but I mean, I don't know, and it's my channel, so I think I can express myself however I want, and I will just give real facts. And if you don't like it, you can just close the window, and I don't know, invest your time in another thing. I want to start with the first topic, the easy one. It will be the kids part. What I mean with kids, I mean, let's put it in a storytelling. Okay, story time. So I'm a basketball coach. I'm dealing with a lot of people, teenagers, kids. I'm in a club, in a basketball club. I'm in the schools. I'm in a college. Okay, but the main thing comes in schools. We are doing, with my club, we are doing open doors. We go to places. We go to schools to show a little bit about basket. We teach them together with the teachers. We have been doing this for a couple of years now. This is my second year actually in Sweden. I'm a person that likes the things to be clear, and that if in that moment I'm coaching you or I'm teaching you, you listen to me, you do whatever I say. That's why I'm the teacher or coach and you are a student. In that situations where that happened to me in that classes, I didn't basically give a damn about what the kid thought or not or didn't think. Okay. Obviously, my Swedish is not that good yet, so I cannot communicate with that much with young kids, but yes, with some teenagers. So with this part of the young kids, I just like suck it up and continue the class as best as I could, trying to deal with everything, get it all under control and everything. Okay, but with some of the teenagers, actually, I can talk with them. I can talk in English; they understand me. So it's no problem. So this is what happened. I was in a school. We were teaching basket, which the teacher told me,
I want you to do a real basketball training.
okay. So I was like, okay, are you sure you want a real training? Like a real? And she was like,
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
like, real. Like,
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I was like, okay. So I get in that coaching mode. I'm not anymore like somebody who just goes to show. I'm a coach in that moment. She wanted that to like grade the kids. So like, okay, so that's what you want, that's what you will get. So I start with the kids. It's first day. She already told me that class was a strong class. Need to have them under control. So I was like, well, okay, no problem. I got you. So we start the class. I gather them, I explain a little bit what we're going to do, and I set up the rules, basic rules. And there's only one rule that you have to remember, that is, when I talk, you listen, you shut up. And then whatever I say, you do. 2 easy rules. Everybody understands. Everybody say yeah, they approve. So we start the training. We get bored. We start to do some exercises and this and that. And there was a moment where I stopped them. We have to switch the exercise, so I stopped them. And I want to start to explain the new exercise. And I see that the kid next to me throws the ball from side to side of the court, trying to score it or something. I don't know. In which I was like, okay, so I cannot let this thing happen. The rules were clear, everybody said yes, and if I let this kid do whatever he wants, the other one will start, so I have to stop it right there. So I was like, okay, you, come here. I was like, I think you didn't understand what I just said before about the rules. He was like,
Yeah, I did.
I was like, okay, so I will give you 2 options here. I said either you are deaf, you didn't hear me, or you're dumb. And we're like,
No, I'm not deaf.
I'm like, well, then you're dumb. I was like, yeah, you're dumb. Let's just go back. I know that it can sound a little bit rough, a little bit tough, and quite funny for some people. But of course, I'm calling a kid dumb. I actually didn't call the kid dumb. I gave him 2 options. He chose one. It's up to him. It's on him. It's not on me. So the good thing is that he didn't do anything stupid anymore, so I'm cool with that. But the question popped up in my mind is, how does it work at home? What happens at home? Because if here with somebody else that set up easy rules, that in theory that he doesn't know me, and this, if he can do that, he can just keep over all the rules. How would be to be with this kid at home? And I started to realize that it's not only him, but there were other ones. I mean, there was another class, same thing, explain the rules, blah 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 blah. We do the exercises. They are following quite good the rules, so I don't have anything to say. That's good. And we reached a point where I need to volunteer for an exercise. And I already say this is a little bit complicated, so I need somebody who thinks he's strong. And I start to hear a lot of people shouting, blah, 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 you, yeah, this, no, yeah, blah, blah. And I see one that actually was going with, this is a fast food chain here in Sweden. It's called Max. It's like a Burger King, McDonald's. Okay, it's the biggest one. I have to say it's better than Burger King and McDonald's. But he was going with that hat. It's not a hat. It's like a hat, but it's a working hat. Okay, it's not like this. It's not a cap. It's a hat. All right, with the brand here, Max. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Okay, you know what? This is your style, and I don't have anything to say. So okay, but this guy, skinny guy, was started to show, you have to do this and pointing people up, and you do you. So I stopped them, and I was like, you, the one with the Max hat, come. Like, no, not me. Like, yeah, you, come on. Like, no, not me. I'm like, so then if you cannot volunteer to do it, why are you shouting to other people to do it? I think I can say whatever I want. Well, you can say whatever you want, but I'm saying that if you're not able to do something, you're nobody to tell another person to do it for you. Right? No, but I'm like, shut up. I mean, there's no, you have the right of opinion wherever you want, absolutely. But you're nobody to try to obligate somebody else to do something for you that you cannot even do. Okay, and especially when that person had told you 3, 4, 5, 6 times no. So I mean, we make him shut up because he was trying to get up and hype and this and that and that. I make him shut up, and at the end I make him do 20 push-ups in front of everybody and this and that. The question still remains the same. What's going on at home? Or what's going on with them, basically? I don't know. I'm just thinking how many people I know that they don't have respect for anybody. They don't have any ground rules in themselves. That it just scares me. Okay, as I said before, I'm nobody to say or to imply anybody to, or to teach anybody how to raise their kids. It's up to each one. But how? If I think as a father, if I had to raise my kid, I mean, the first thing is, if somebody else tells you something, especially if this somebody else is your parent, is your teacher, is your coach, or whatever, you just do what they say you have to do. You're a kid. You're there to learn. You know, you're gonna be disrespecting people and just do whatever the hell you want all the time. Because then in the future you will continue that way. That's not a healthy way to continue in life, honestly. So it just scared me, and I'm really like saying, I tried to like film this video a couple of times before. Sorry for my ears itchy. Okay. I tried to film this video a couple of times before, and I was talking a little bit about me, about how tough and rough I am, and this and that. And I was going through a couple of questions that I found in the internet. And one of them was, were your parents tough with you when you were a kid? And the answer is pretty much yes, they were, and I'm thankful to that. I mean, thanks that they were tough with me, with the rules, with the things, and always like giving me the freedom to express myself and to think whatever I wanted to think and to do whatever I wanted to do in certain things. They were tough in other ones, of course, like respect in front of all. You talk freely. I mean, you say whatever the hell you want to say, and the way that you want to say it, but always respect in front of everything. And what I'm thinking is, these kids have no respect for anybody.
What the hell is going on?
I mean, the teachers, I was talking with these teachers. The teachers are scared because they cannot do anything to try to control them, because they will complain to their parents, and their parents will complain to the rector, and the rector will complain to the teacher, and they will fire them. I think this is sick. I mean, nowadays rectors are valuing more what the parents say and what the kids think over what the teacher is saying. And what I'm saying is, so easy to screw up a teacher nowadays that is just unbelievable. I saw a kid, like when I'm saying a kid is like 10, 11 years old, a kid climbing up I think it was like a ladder or something, like in the same school, climbing up a ladder or something. And of course, like, it was a high ladder, and they could fall on the floor. They could like hurt themselves, and if that person starts to climb, the other ones will start to climb. So the teacher was like,
"No, get out, get down here, get down, this and that and that and that."
And I saw literally the teacher just put the hand on their shoes, just to grab them so they don't fall, and to try to like make them understand that it's enough, that you have to go down. The kid just screamed, and I'm saying literally hand on the shoe, nothing else. The kid just screamed. The reaction that the teacher had of let it go and go back, like scared of their lives, it was just amazing. And I'm saying, if this kid goes home and says, he can just basically say to the parents, the teacher tried to grab me and hit me or something, that teacher is fucked up, because the director will believe the parents before the teacher. And I think the parents have a big responsibility in that matter, so big that they don't realize about it. That we are raising wrong. We are letting the kids do wherever they want, and that will show up when they are adults. And I don't know. It's just for me, it's completely unbelievable. Let's go into feminism, because we talked a little bit about the LGBTQ, that I forgot the Q the last time, with Hector in the interviews. And we both agree that it's a waste of time to protest the way they are doing, or show up the way they are doing, because they are trying to like get the equality, but they are just differentiating themselves just by doing that. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the feminism, and hear me out. What I'm saying is based on facts. Okay, watched a lot of people, and I talked with a lot of people, and I realized about this like some time ago. And I know there will be people on my side, there will be people on the other side. We heard so many times about how women are scared to go at night on the street alone, especially if there are other men around. Okay, we never talked about How scared can some men feel just by being in the same room with a woman? And a lot of you will be like,
Man, what will do the woman to a man that it can scare him?
well, two things. First of all, you're assuming that the man is obviously higher in physical and everything. That I'm not saying is wrong. I mean, literally on anatomy, we are a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger than most of women. Okay, I'm not saying not to that, but I'm also saying you're forgetting that there are women that they are also strong, they are also tall, they are also yeah. Okay, so you're already discriminating a little part of that. And we have to also think there are men that they are not as strong, they are that skinny, they are not that tall. Okay, so you're kind of discriminating here. So, but let's assume there is like a medium-sized man and a medium-sized woman. What men can be afraid of being in a room with a woman is not the actual physical attack. It's actually the day after of that, or a couple of weeks after, or a month after of being with a woman in a room. We know that there are a lot of crazy people in the world, people, men and women, both. How many cases have you seen or heard about men winning a case against a woman? Because I don't have a lot of them. And I'm not saying that they are all wrong. Absolutely not. It is a fact that there are men who are like raping or attacking or whatever against women. That's a fact, and we cannot discuss that. That's how it is. But actually, how many of them have you heard about men winning a case against a woman? The thing is, men, we are afraid of being in a room with a woman, not for the physical attack, not for anything like that, but because that woman can say whatever, especially if you are alone in a room, that woman can say whatever about you to the police, to the friends, to whatever, and put you in a really dangerous position. And as I said before, most of the cases, women will win. Women will win these cases, even if you didn't do anything. You know why? Because this is really simple. In the court, whatever a woman will say, most of the time, not all of the times, but most of the time, people will believe it without even proofs, just because she says it. A man in a case like that, he will have to prove himself. Now, how do you prove something that didn't happen, that you don't have any proof of? That's a real question that you have to think about. Okay, so let's talk about the feminism. Okay, we talk a lot about how the world is controlled by men, the patriarchy, and everything like that. Okay, the white supremacy, blah 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 blah. There are a couple of videos about people going to this protest and asking those women why are they protesting. Okay, and most common answer is they want the equality. They want the equality. They want the equality. It's a weird word. Right. Equality. They want the equality in the amount of money they earn by on the jobs. Okay. And that I'm not saying is wrong. Now, hear me out. On law, on rules, on the book, you must earn the same amount of money as men in the same job, same company, same position. If you don't, there are places, there are help, there are people that you can contact that actually will help you in that on law. If they don't do it, it's on you that you can just go there, protest, and they will help you in that, period. Now, there were a lot of people, and I actually saw one example that can make you this thing clear. Okay, let's talk about the moment about the police. Okay, so the police academy, you have some tests to get in. Okay, they are divided between men and women. Okay, where like men have to do, I think it's 15 pull-ups, where women have to do 7. I think men have to do 20 push-ups when women have to do 10 or 12, something like that. I'm not really sure about it right now. But I know that they are different and they are quite kind of easier with women than for men. Okay. I'm saying, first of all, you're already discriminating some of the men that could be good for that position, but they cannot reach that, maybe that 175 that they are asking for men. Maybe they are 170, when for women is 165. Maybe 170, that man that is 170 could be better for the position if we just put in the test of women because of their height. Okay, so already discriminating some men there, which I don't think is fair. But let's say that, okay, that this is still like that. Okay, so we are like, okay, it's me and my colleague is a girl, and we go out. Okay, I'm 185, 183, 185. So I'm going with my colleague. We're going to the streets. Okay, she's maybe like 165, 170. Okay, so we go to the street and we find somebody that we have to detain, and that person is, well, maybe 2 meters and a bodybuilder. I don't know, you know, somebody tall, strong, or somebody like just like me, 185, something like that. Okay, and we have to proceed to detain that person. Now, here's the example. Let's just say for a moment, okay, that for who I am, for how I am, I can take that person down and I can detain it. Okay, and let's just say for this example that colleague of mine, she can't do it. She cannot do it. Right? Now the question is, should we earn the same? A lot of people say like, yeah, you're a police. Yeah, well, but she's not doing the exact same job as me because she couldn't take that person down when I could. Should we earn the same amount of money? I don't think it's fair because she didn't do the job that I did. So these things happen a lot of time. Like, we are protesting about the money that we earn, but if you are having the same position to do the exact same job as somebody else, you must earn the same amount of money. If not, you protest, you go to the government, you explain it or wherever, and they will help you. Okay. But if you have another work, another job, if you're not doing exactly the same, you cannot say that you need the same amount of money. It's not correct. It's not okay, because you're not doing the same job. Okay. And with these things happens a lot of things. Like, a lot of people are saying like,
you men have it easier than women because the law helps you more.
And the question is, okay, so tell me on law one thing that I can do as men that you cannot do as a woman. Normally the answer is, I don't know. Well, I will tell you, there's nothing that I can do that you cannot do on law. Okay, then if you do it or not, that's another thing. If in this and that, that's completely another thing. Okay. And there are also people saying like,
there are some jobs that they don't want any woman or this and that.
Well, there are also some jobs that they don't want any men, and I think the owner of that company is free to hire whoever they want to hire. I think, because like, I don't know. I mean, maybe in some positions, let's say construction, they don't want women, but because they just don't want women, they want men. Perfect. But then you go to a secretary. And I didn't see a lot of job applications for men, and most of them I saw them for women. And now the question is, if the construction place is not hiring women, you call it a machism. But if you are like, if a job interview is only for secretary and it's only for women, you also call it machism. Why? How come? If it's only for men, it's machism, and if it's only for women, it's also machism. That doesn't make sense. Or the example again, if I am in a party and I just like slap the ass of a girl or wherever, I just try to talk a little bit like that, this, you can say that it is machism. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, yeah, understandable. Now the question is, if it happens reverse, what happens? They will just say it's hilarious. Well, why is it hilarious like this? Maybe I can be offended by that. Why is it hilarious if she does it to me, but it is machism if I do it to her? It doesn't add up. And here's the last thing I will say about this, maybe. In a court that I know, at least on the rules at least of Spain, and I think it's the whole Europe is the same. I'm not even sure about it, but I know it's in Spain. If I'm judged for violence, to say like this, against a woman, okay, me for being man, on rules I will be judged the same way as if it was a man with a knife. Just for being a man, if I'm in a judge against a woman, I will be judged the same way as if I had a knife on my hands, even if I didn't have, even if I didn't do anything. If I take to court a woman for something, she will be just judged as self-protection because I'm a man, and they're assuming that I am stronger, that I am more dangerous. For that reason, she's defending herself against me. That doesn't add up neither. That doesn't make any sense neither. The gender violence law, okay, or the gender abuse law, is literally made for women to protect against men, for women to protect against men. Reverse it, men to protect men from women. It doesn't exist. It's not the same. It's not into that. Literally, that the gender abuse law is to protect women from men. So what happens if it reverse? Why I'm not judged the same way? Why that person is not judged the same way if they do exactly the same thing? Or why men against I don't know, like woman against woman or woman against men? That is just abuse or just violence. Okay, perfect. But why women against men is judged that way, but men against women is not judged the same way? Doesn't make sense. For me, I'm not saying that you should take one away or one out. I'm saying that you should put both of them in the same place, right? Still being a gender abuse, still, even if it's women against men or men against women, it's the same thing. Okay, and the thing is, in these cases, if at the end of the judgment, if the woman wins, she will get an indemnization. She can get a new place to live. She can get a new job. More things. Okay. If man wins, strangely, but wins, he will not get anything. Anything. I'm not sure if this is right. I suppose it should be all in the same place. So the conclusion here is, I don't know why they protest. I don't know why women protest. I understand that there are people and there are men who rape and there are men who are violent and this and that perfectly. But there are also the other way. There are also women that are violent, women that abuse, and especially women that lie. There are a lot of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying that I
Don't put everybody in the same place. Like, women lie all the time. No.
But I'm saying that there are a lot of it. Okay, and I don't think it's fair that I, as a man, could be possibly feeling afraid of being in a room with a woman, just for or like I'm working as a coach. I'm working as a personal trainer too. I have to be like, I need a guarantee that if I ask you if I can like touch your arm, and you say yes, that the next day you will not, I don't know, just have a breakdown or whatever and take me to court because you said that I abused you, and I have no way to prove that I didn't. The world is not anymore machism. I would say the world is against men nowadays. For real. The man is discriminated by the world right now, literally on laws. On the textbook, we are discriminated, and I think that's just hilarious. And I'm not saying that it wasn't needed back in time. It was completely. I understand that part, but not anymore. Not anymore. No, this is just my opinion about the world. These couple of things. I don't know. I suppose there will be a lot of people against me, and there are a lot of other controversial topics that we can touch. I'm just saying these two because of the ones that I talked the most these last 2 weeks. And maybe there will be more people thinking like me. Maybe not. There will be people against me. I don't care, really. I don't know. This is my opinion. I mean, you may like this video. You may not like it. But I don't know. This is my channel. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. So if you enjoyed it, I mean, if you want me to talk about more topics like this, you can just leave a comment or contact me if you want me to talk about something in particular. I don't know, about whatever you want. Just ask me. I will be glad to answer and to do some video about it. And wait. What did we? Oh, this is the last video before Christmas. Okay. Well, so if you enjoyed this video, it would be really cool if you could leave a like and share it, maybe so more people can see this. If for whatever purpose, leave a comment. Okay. If you're not following, it will be appreciated if you can follow. And I wish you a Merry Christmas to everybody. And I suppose I will see you next week with, this time, finally, a guest that I'm going to have tomorrow to film. And it's going to be really damn interesting. So stay tuned, and I'll see you around.